Kay Bell, and I am originally from East Texas, but I moved here in Waco in 2008. Okay. And I'm a retired teacher, and now I spend my days in the garden. Nice. And I love working in the garden, and so much so that I've have two organizations, and one of them is the Global Revive, which is the garden we're in now. Right. And we have the community garden here, and we have another one on Clifton Street also. Right. Global Revive. Now, I'm also president of National Women in Agriculture, and we have a garden on Renick Street.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So you said that you moved to Waco. Was there any particular reason why you wanted to start it here in Waco?
I moved to Waco in 2008 because I got a job teaching.
Okay.
At the Vega School District, just a street right out there. And that's my purpose of moving here. And when I moved here, I moved into a house that had a vacant lot right beside it, which was that house right there.
Oh, nice.
I stayed there from 2008 to 2017, and then we sold it.
Okay.
And moved out to out in Belle Meade area where we have 3 acres, so I can just grow all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. But anyway, that house has a vacant lot next to it, and everybody kept saying you need to start a garden because you got this vacant lot right next to your house. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. And they kept saying, and I thought, okay, I will. And so I did. I just planted a couple tomatoes and zucchini. And the vacant lot was once on a trash pile.
Okay.
And so the soil was very rich because of all the trash and stuff they had put in it. And wow, my plants grew like that.
Yeah.
And that, I just had whole lots of stuff. And kid you not, my plants were so big and tall. When people passed by here, they would slow down and look over at my garden because the plants were so big.
Yeah.
And so I was just really enthused with the thought of the garden and everything. And then I started planting gardens on other vacant lots that people would let us use because they didn't want to mow the yard.
Yeah.
So they would let us use it.
Have you considered like local farmers markets, reaching out to them and kind of setting up shop over there with them as well?
Right. We do set up on Wednesday at the Green Street Farmers Market.
Okay. With what you've done, how do you imagine this will impact their life? Or how do you hope that it will impact their life?
I'm hoping it will impact their lives, that they will feel like there's a need to have their own garden, that they'll see that there's a need to eating something that's fresh instead of something always processed in boxes all the time.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a process teaching people.
Yes.
The need of healthy, nutritious food.
Yes. And there's an elementary school down there too.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about reaching out to them and kind of getting in touch with the elementary school and kind of seeing if there's a way to connect this with the elementary school as well?
We have. In fact, our other garden, which is on Clifton, we're expecting in January, anticipating that the students will be able to walk after school, students over to our garden and work into the garden area. I'm in the scrap group coalition, and that's a big thing we've been promoting.
Yeah.
Save your waste, save it, put it in the soil. And so that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Put it into the soil to enrich the soil, save the environment. Yeah. Save the environment.
And when you go to J.H. Hines, is this what you're going to be teaching the kids, like how to do this, or so much like how to start your own garden, or?
Yeah. So in January, she said something to come in January.
Yeah.
They have a nursery.
Yeah.
We're going to be planting seeds.
Oh,
That's the first thing we're going to do.
Gotcha.
And once we get our seeds planted, while they are beginning to germinate, I'm going to add some more beds in that area back there where that garden is. And when we add the beds, we're going to start bringing in leaves, grass clipping, and I'll be bringing some old produce to pour into those beds to show the kids how to compost.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
So is there any particular connection that you have to this location specifically?
This location is owned by the Rappaport School that's over there. This is their property, and they let us use it as long as we're using it for a garden.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And have you or your team ever thought about expanding this to, say, outside of Waco, or would you want to keep this strictly local?
I kind of want to keep it local right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were doing some online research about Global Revive, and we noticed that you guys have a connection with performing arts. And yes, I was wondering if you could kind of like touch base on that and kind of give me a little bit insight.
When we first started Global Revive, we called it agriculture, AA, agricultural and art.
Okay.
So that's how the theater came in, and we were doing poetry and theater and stuff like that. Just trying to get people motivated to come out of their comfort zone and to get people on stage who normally wouldn't be on stage and have that opportunity. So yeah, I've done some plays, stage plays, and that's been really fun to be a part of having stage plays for the people.
And have you noticed that it's helped them?
Yeah, it's given them motivational to run. Now I've got actors saying, hey, when you going to have another play? I'm ready to be back on stage, you know. So it's inspiring and motivational to them.
Yeah, that's so amazing. And so your whole mission statement is revive our world back to nature. So I was kind of wanting to know, like, what was your philosophy or what was your idea behind that statement specifically?
Well, my philosophy is, I think as a whole, our generation of people, the younger generation, have lost the growing aspect.
Yes.
And I want to go even closer and say, I really believe at that time when I started the organization, it's grown since. African Americans were not off into agriculture like we were.
Right.
So the revive part is to hopefully revive them back to want to grow their own gardens, back to, growing and eating from the earth.
Yes.
So so that was kind of my philosophy behind that, is to hopefully revive people back to growing.
Yeah.
And here's a thought, if you kind of don't have a little control over some of your food,
Yeah.
you really don't have you can't, may not survive when survival time comes.
Mm-hmm.
Just picture HEB, I may have said this once to you before, and Walmart, those trucks can't come in for some reason to your city.
Yeah.
And the shelves are clean, and the trucks can come.
Yeah.
So if you had some seeds,
Mm-hmm.
you could plant.
Yeah.
I would say, well, hey, at least 30 more days, I may have this.
Yeah.
It gives you hope.
Yeah. Especially in times when it was like the epidemic happened, and not everybody could even leave, or obviously trucks couldn't really come in as often.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's a good one there. So yeah, we need to know to save our seeds.
Have you ever had any environmental issues in the past with what you've done?
No, I haven't had any environmental issues. We've been trying to save the environment.
Yes.
By having compost.
Right.
Composting. So that's been a great encouraging, a great teaching and learning skill, how to compost and, use dead things to revive the soil back again. So, yeah.
Something I kind of enjoy doing once I found the benefits of it was our compost pile.
Oh.
This here is soil that we're going to be using in our beds in the spring, because it's going to turn down more rich.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all ready by March to put in our beds. And you have to turn it. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And keep it wet, because there's worms in there and they need moisture.
Yeah.
And you put little scrappings in there, leaves in there. So yeah, that's a real compost bed.
Is there any other story that really inspired you to do Global Revive, or?
Well, what inspired me was the thought that we don't have local, organic fresh vegetables in this neighborhood. There is not a grocery store here.
Okay.
In this per se, you got to drive out
Right.
to get your grocery store. And I just thought having a garden for the community would give us some access to
Right.
some fresh local vegetables. So that inspired me to want to do gardens because of wanting to get fresh vegetables
Yeah.
for our health.
Yeah.
You know?